Well, happy Monday to you guys. Holy smokes. SoFi's up almost 10% today so far, guys, and it's not even noon. Actually, it is noon. It just hit noon on the East Coast. Either way, we are exploding, pushing 19 bucks a share, up around $1.50 on the day. So we have to go over the charts, my thoughts, what I'm doing. I actually opened up a new trade today. We're going to cover that in this video, and just overall how the charts are looking, maybe some other stocks later. So guys, hit the like button, subscribe, join the free email stock newsletter, check out my Patreon. That is linked down below if you guys are interested in the portfolio updates, real time, link down below. And now let's dive into it. Oh, by the way, cheers. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. So again, SoFi's up now over 9%, right? We are ripping. I mean, this thing is insane at this point. In the last couple of days, and by the way, Friday we had a big move as well. We hit about 1750. So over the last couple of days alone, we're now up 20%, right? On this 5-day, 5-minute. On the 30-minute chart, you guys are going to see now from just 2 weeks ago, from under 14 bucks, now we're at what? Almost 19. We're up 35% in just 2 weeks. And does this make me happy as a shareholder? It sure freaking does, guys. I'm loving it. You know, my stock's going up. Pretty much all my stocks. I mean, the market's hitting all-time highs. If your stocks aren't going up right now, you have a problem. But pretty much, all the stocks I own are going up. SoFi in particular is ripping. And at this point, I think it's getting a little too overbought. And that's coming from somebody that's obviously a shareholder. We cover, SoFi and all the not all the content, but a lot of the content here on the channel, right? We talk about it. I'm thinking it's a little overbought here, guys. So what I did, and you're going to be like, Stas, are you nuts? What are you doing? But what I did here is I bought some puts. Yes, I did. I bought some puts on SoFi, and you might be like, Stas, what the heck are you doing? But there also could be people out there that are like, oh, that's pretty smart. And let me explain why. Am I buying long-term puts because I think SoFi is going to cut in half in the next couple of year or something, or next couple of months? No, I'm buying puts. Well, I bought puts. Let me pull these up so I could see here and read them to you guys. I bought the $17 puts that expire on the 19th of September. So we have some time on those, right? About a little less than 3 months. And this is a simple short-term trade, guys. Simple short-term trade. I got these at $1.28 a contract, so they were very cheap. They're pretty much still there now, same price. So I'm down like a hair because now they're at $1.25. But I got a couple of those, nothing too crazy. And by the way, this is not a huge position, right? It's kind of a hedge at this point. It's kind of a hedge because I think we're just a bit too hot in the short term on the stock. I mean, look at the 4-hour chart here. I could easily see this coming back down to $16.50, $16, maybe $15.50 if we get an overall market pull down as well. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think we're a bit overbought here, and this might not be the best move. I don't know. Me buying puts. But, it's a stock now that I'm up a lot on in terms of the shares. So I figured, hey, let me try and make some money on the pullback, which, I mean, I've been tracking SoFi for about a year and a half now. We've made a bunch of videos on SoFi. I'm fairly confident we're going to get a pretty decent pullback here. Just for me watching the stock for how long I've watched it now, and I'm sure you guys can agree. And it's just overbought. That's the reality. So if this thing were to pull back over the next couple of days, let me tell you my exit plan now. So I'm in at $1.28. So for those that don't know how options work, so if you buy puts at $1.28 a contract, multiply that by 100, that's how much it actually costs to buy it. It's not $1.28, it's $128. So it's pretty cheap to get in these puts. So the strategy here is, all right, SoFi pulls back. If it happens in a week or two, right, whatever, maybe in the next couple of days, that's all it takes for me to just get out. If I make, 20, 30% on this trade, that's all I need to hop out of it. And I'm gonna let these puts ride a little bit because again they expire on the 19th of September. So I'm gonna let them shake out, and I'm pretty confident I'm gonna make money on this trade, or else I wouldn't have taken the trade. And really, guys, when I was watching the stock today, when I saw it hit almost 19 bucks in the first 30 45 minutes of trading, I was like, yeah, I gotta buy puts on this. So I bought puts really when it was at like $18.90 literally, and it did drop to about 18.50, so I was up a little bit on those puts initially, but obviously I'm going to hold them. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And I also, by the way, you guys know if you've been watching these updates, I sold covered calls on some of my position, the $16 covered calls. So those I'm down on obviously right now, and I'm at a point where I have a couple options of what to do. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do there. And this is actually also a bit of a hedge on that. So if this comes down like I think it's going to come down, make some money on the puts, recover probably all the loss, or I don't know, actually, depending. I got to do the math on that, but recover some of the loss from the covered calls, and then we'll see kind of where we go from there, guys. But yeah, that's it, man. SoFi, holy smokes! And by the way, we're officially taking out the highs now from back in January. Finally, fresh high here for SoFi. But I think it's going to cool off. So that's kind of what I'm banking on here with the trade I made. And yeah, I mean, buying options, guys, is very risky. Do your own research. Trade at your own risk, as always. And this is just, let me clarify, with a very small amount of my portfolio. It's not like I'm going balls to the wall on, SoFi puts with my entire portfolio. That's not the case, guys. It's a very small position. Maybe like 1% right now of my portfolio. Maybe like 1-2%. Pretty small. And that's kind of how I treat these. Whenever I buy puts on a stock, I think it's a bit too hot, or I'm trying to hedge or whatever. I only do it with a smaller amount of my portfolio. For example, on a side note, I'm also in Nike puts right now. I mentioned this, I believe, in a recent video. I don't know if you guys saw that or caught it or not or whatever. I forget what video it was. But Nike, man, I think is ridiculously overbought. We shot up after earnings. And hey, I could be wrong on the timing. We'll see. Maybe Nike goes up more and I lose some money here. But I'll tell you what I bought. I think it was the $70. I bought the December 19th, so even more, long out, or farther out rather than the SoFi puts I bought. I bought these $70 Nike puts, which I'm already up around. I think earlier I was up like 20% on them earlier today. Now let's see, I'm up around. On the Nike puts, probably a couple percentage points, nothing crazy. I bought those for $5.37, $5.37, so more expensive than the SoFi puts. But I think I'm going to make money on this, guys. I don't see this this rally in Nike lasting. If you're looking at the 4-hour chart, it's clearly still in a downtrend. We're well within the downtrend, and right where we're at now, literally, is kind of where a lower high is being made. You know what I mean? This looks like it wants to dump off. And fundamentally, man, this is not just a technical trade. This is a fundamental trade. This company is struggling. They're going to lose $1 billion in the next year from tariffs, right? Revenue's down 12% year over year. Net income's gotten squashed. Margins are getting destroyed. New CEO is trying to turn things around, but do I have full faith in the guy? Not really. I think Nike's going to, it's going to take some years before they turn around. So I just don't see why it popped 20% after earnings. And I just got in puts. That's the reality, guys. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I'm going to let this ride. I think if Nike gets down to like $60, 65, that's where I'll take profits on that position. But I just don't see this lasting. I think Nike's going to come down. But, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing, guys. I'm not a bear. You guys know I'm not a bear overall in the stock market. But when I see these little opportunities to buy puts or make these little short-term moves in the options market, I strike. And I only do it when I'm confident that I'm going to make money. Obviously, you're not going to make money all the time when buying options. And I'm not a crazy options buyer where I'm doing this, every day, right? It's only when I see the opportunity, and that's key. A lot of traders get in trouble when they're forcing options trades every day, right? They're forcing it. You got to just take the moves or take the opportunity when it presents itself, when you see it and it makes sense. You know what I mean? And in this case with Nike, it makes sense. For me at least, and SoFi, it really makes sense because I just think fundamentally SoFi is great. Nike, not so much, but SoFi I love fundamentally. I just think it's a little overbought in the short term. We're going to play that sell-off with the options market. I think I'll make some good money there. And, it looks like now those are actually creeping green. I'm loading my portfolio here. Yeah, so those SoFi puts, man, we'll see how they go. Do your own research. I'm not telling you guys to do anything, obviously. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join my free email stock newsletter. Check out my Patreon for my portfolio updates real time. Those are linked down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.